Good afternoon, friends. Today we are going to learn and an interesting story with its warmer activities. I hope you will enjoy it. How are you all? Are you feeling nice? Are you feeling happy? I'm not listening to you. Hope you are listening to me attentively. Let us start the warmer activity of the story. The name of the story is The Unsinkable Ship. Our learning outcome. So you respond the questions in warmer activity. You all image the given situation and answer the questions accordingly. You enrich your vocabulary and you learn the story. So let's start the warmer activity. Have you heard or have you read about natural calamity? Can you give me the answer? See, these are the natural calamities: an earthquake, tsunami, flood, volcano eruption. So these are the natural calamities. So what does calamity mean? Calamity means disaster. त्याला आपण मराठीमध्ये आपत्ती असं म्हणतो. नैसर्गिक आपत्ती, नॅचरल कॅलॅमिटीज. सो कॅलॅमिटी singular number, calamities plural number. Calamity means disaster, apatti. What are the different possibilities in a long journey? When you are on a long tour or journey, what are the different possibilities during the journey? So let's see the responses. Someone may say one may go in a wrong direction. One may face natural calamities such as cyclone, heavy rain, tsunami, cyclone. So this is a satellite image of cyclone, ज्याला आपण चक्रीवादळ म्हणतो. This is post-incident effect. When the cyclone takes place on the seashores, there is heavy damage, loss of life, loss of property, loss of asset. You see here vehicles, how they are damaged. The trees are falling down. Then heavy rain. So everywhere there is a situation of flood, waterlogging. People face many troubles during the heavy rains. त्याला आपण अतिवृष्टी म्हणतो. Tsunami. There are very huge or gigantic waves of the sea waters. They are too high, just like a monster, and they damage everything on the seashore. So this is tsunami, a natural calamity. Icebergs, they are heavy or very gigantic, enormous, just like mountains of the ice floating on the sea waters. They are called icebergs. We call in Marathi Himanag, Himaparvat. What do we call the journey on a sea? We call it sea voyage. Now imagine yourself in a situation and answer the questions based on your imagination. Now see the imagination, the situation. After the games practice, my friends and I were hungry. We decided to go to a snacks outlet on the third floor of huge six-storied mall. On the way, just as we paid our bill and were about to leave, there was a ear-shattering blast, a loud explosion on the first floor. काय घडलं बघा मुलांना. एक कल्पना करायची आहे, एक प्रसंग दिलेला आहे. इट्स अ सिच्युएशन. तुमच्या मित्रांसह तुम्हाला भूक लागलेली आहे आणि तुम्ही ठरवलं की जवळच्या एका स्नॅक्स सेंटरमध्ये जाऊन त्या ठिकाणी तुम्हाला काही नाश्ता करायचा आहे आणि ते ठिकाण तिसऱ्या मजल्यावर आहे. 6 मजली इमारतीतल्या तिसऱ्या मजल्यावर आहे. जस्ट ॲज यू पेड युअर बिल, तुम्ही तुमचं नाश्ता केला, तुमचं बिल पे केलंय अँड यू आर अबाउट टू लिव्ह, तुम्ही निघण्याच्या तयारीत असा होतात. देअर वॉज अ इयर शॅटरिंग ब्लास्ट, कानठळ्या बसणारा स्फोट तुम्हाला ऐकू आला. स्फोट झाला. अ लाऊड एक्सप्लोजन, एक्सप्लोजन म्हणजे विस्फोट. अ लाऊड एक्सप्लोजन ऑन द फर्स्ट फ्लोअर, पहिल्या मजल्यावरती हा स्फोट झालाय. असा हा प्रसंग आहे. अँड नाऊ ऑन you have to give the answers of these questions. What was your reaction when you heard ear shattering blast? So fear can be the answer. You are extremely afraid of, not able to what to do, not able to think what to do. How did the public panic? The public were in helter and skelter, running here and there to save their lives. What did some alert, sensible people do? They kept their presence of mind and they tried to save themselves as well as others. What was the damage and danger? So there was a lot of damage to the furniture. Many things were broken. Many people were injured. So this can be happened. Who came to the rescue? So fire brigade came to the rescue. What effect did the incident leave on your mind? I was extremely afraid and could not sleep in that night. So these can be some of the responses to these questions in this situation. Now see the word unsinkable. Let us proceed towards the grammar vocabulary activities. The base word is sink. It has added a prefix as well as suffix. We call it affixation. Now I will explain it with the help of the whiteboard. Whiteboardच्या मदतीने आपण हे समजून घेऊया. So now you see here unsinkable. So the word is unsinkable. The root word is sink. This is the base word. Sink. Now So this part is prefix, and this is suffix. So there are some words, they have both prefixes and suffixes added, and we get a new word with a different word class, unsinkable. This is an adjective. We call it describing word. So unsinkable, the base word is sink, un prefix, able suffix. So this happens in English language, so we need to use prefixes and suffixes appropriately. Okay, now again go back to the PowerPoint presentation. Now here is one activity. Give the root words of the following. Uncomfortable. So if you see, comfort is base word, un prefix, able suffix. Then unhappiness, again happy base word, un prefix, ness suffix. Insecurity, secure is the base word, in prefix, and ity is added as suffix. Inaccuracy, accure is a base word, in prefix, and acy added as a suffix. Independence, depend is a base word, in prefix, and ence, uns, used as suffix. Give two words each with the following prefixes. Can you give the answers? Two examples of the use of prefix anti. Okay, let me give you the answers. Antibodies, antibiotics, antinational, antechamber. Dis. This is another prefix. So disappear, disagree, disqualify. These can be the examples. Non. Prefix number 3. Non-violence, non-veg, non-AC means non-air conditioned. Re is prefix number 4. Review, reuse, recall. These can be some of the examples of the prefix re. Give two words each with the following suffixes. So we can make adjectives by using the suffix ful, full. For example, successful, beautiful. Number 2, ous, us. So courageous, joyous, studious. This can be the again adjective. We can form adjectives with the help of the suffix ous. Then less, helpless, careless, useless. So this is also a suffix. We can form or make adjectives. Suffix number 4 is ly. Mostly we can make adverbs. Slowly, happily, greatly, heavily. So these can be the examples. Now see the story, the unsinkable ship. We will try to understand the story with the help of these images. The Titanic was the largest luxury ship. It set for its first or maiden voyage crossing the Atlantic Ocean, and its destination was New York. It started its journey, its voyage from Southampton in England, and it was supposed to reach at the port of New York in United States of America. So this map shows its voyage started from Southampton in England, and it was supposed to cross Atlantic Ocean and to reach to the eastern bank of United States of America at New York. Titanic set out to cross the Atlantic Ocean. She carried more than 2,000 passengers. She was as tall as 15-story building. So see, the height of Titanic was almost equal to 15-story building. It was a very luxury cruise or passenger ship, passenger boat. You see the inside views of the ship Titanic, the staircases at every floor were very rich, like royal palace staircases. See the inside views, the dining rooms, the conference halls, the swimming pools. So all these luxurious facilities were provided to the passengers in this ship. It was very comfortable journey or voyage. Those people, they were thinking they were very fortunate as they got an opportunity to have that experience to voyage, to sail across the Atlantic Ocean on the Titanic. So they were very happy. They were curious to enjoy every moment while sailing across the Atlantic Ocean. What happened? See, on 14th of April 1912, the sky was very clean. Sea was calm and quiet. Passengers were in a deep sleep. They were asleep when the ship, the Titanic, was moving towards New York. Captain Smith's instructions to the man on the top of the ship. He had instructed his assistant to be very alert because he knew there were huge icebergs on the way of the ship. So he gave the instruction to the man on the top of the ship to be on high alert. At 11:40 p.m., the man on the top saw something very huge. He shouted, "Iceberg!" It was huge iceberg standing right in the path of the Titanic, and he was in fear. So he started shouting. It was dark night, almost midnight. Captain Smith's efforts, so he took lots of efforts to divert the direction of the ship, but it was in vain. There was no use of it, and he failed to save the ship. It dashed and scraped the mountain of ice, that is an iceberg. And then what happened? It tilted one of its side, lowered into the water, and it was broken into two pieces, and it started to sink into the waters of the Atlantic Ocean. The nearest ship, when this incident took place, the nearest ship was California. It was only 20 miles away from Titanic. But unfortunately, the man on duty, who was the operator of radio on California, he had turned off her radio, the radio of the ship California. So he could not get the message. There was another ship, but it was far away from the Titanic where the incident had taken place. Its name was Carpathia. they came to know the mishap, Durghatna. Carpathia sailed with full speed, but they took 3 hours to reach to the Titanic in the Atlantic Ocean. It was no use. Till the arrival of Carpathia, the boat or the luxurious ship Titanic was tilted and almost half of its part was underwater. At 2:20 p.m. on 15th of April 1912, Titanic vanished, means disappeared. So this is a very horrible story of the unsinkable ship which had sunk into the Atlantic Ocean by dashing the huge iceberg. So this is the story, unsinkable ship. So after that, on this incident, on this mishap, there has been a movie published by James Cameron. Its name is Titanic. It was first theatered in 1998. So this was the story. Now let us have some homework. So there are two activities in the homework. Activity number 1, read the story in your book on page number 92, 93 and 94 and do these activities. With the help of this PowerPoint presentation, you came to know: name the luxury passenger ship mentioned in the story, name the city of port from where the ship set out for her maiden voyage, name the destination of the Titanic, and the Titanic was crossing. So you have to find out the objective answers of these questions. They are very easy. Then you have to complete this web, natural calamities mentioned in this PowerPoint presentation. 2 are given. 2, you have to recall what you have observed. You must have observed the pictures, images of natural calamities. So by recalling those images, you can write here the 2 more natural calamities I have mentioned. And then these are suffixes. You have to match the pairs to make new words. Let us see orally the examples. Then you can write arrangement, successful, national, and brotherhood. So in this way, you can complete the homework. Thank you. So my friends, you must have enjoyed this lesson. So I hope you will go through the story again and will complete the activities. The warmer activities of this story are also important, and the activities given in the homework, they are also important. So you do these activities and you enrich your vocabulary and you enjoy the story. Thank you. Dhanyavad. मला तेच म्हणायचं होतं, मला असं वाटलं इंटरॅक्शन मोडवर